What up, YouTube? T Movies here. Yesterday, I did my top 10 favorite cop movies, and I realized there's not only interesting cop films, but there's also some really good cop TV shows as well. So today, I decided to go ahead and do my top 10 favorite cop TV shows of all time. Because there's some really great ones, and what I like about cop shows is that you could literally miss just one cop show, and you'll be, like, you'll actually be, like, you don't even have to catch up and all, because they'll really like mention what happened next episode, unless it's like it should be continuing arc, but that's the start. And but there are some really great cop shows that I do get a kick out from the classics to modern times. I mean, with that being said, here's my 10 favorite cop shows. Alright. Coming in at number 10, it's a classic one, and that is Cagney and Lacey. Now, this was, I believe, a CBS show, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, it stars Tyne Daly and Sharon Gleeson, who plays the Tyro, who are these female police officers in New York City, and they are, of course, partners and best friend, but they also lead different personalities. Like you got Cagney, who's this single, career-minded woman, while Lacey is this married mother. In addition, they also go after bad guys, and the ladies also have to combat sexism in the male-dominant workplace. I mean, they were CBS was not so long ago was talk about doing like a TV reboot, but that sounded like it fell apart, which I'm a little disappointed by because I think a reboot of Cagney and Lacey could, with everything going on today with the Me Too movement and all that, I think Cagney and Lacey would definitely be right for reboot today. And the original is a classic. I mean, Daly and Glees both had great chemistry with one another. It also had some other interesting cast members in this. Cagney and Lacey was a pretty decent show. I mean, obviously it was ahead of my time and all, but I actually watched reruns when they appeared on TV, and they're pretty. Some pretty good shows there, some pretty good episodes. Alright. And not to mention, Cagney and Lacey both had a great chemistry on screen. So, alright. Coming in at number 9, yesterday in my top 10 favorite cop movies, I added the film version of 21 Jump Street. And now my top 10 favorite cop TV shows, I'm adding the TV version. And that is the TV version of 21 Jump Street. Really, this was actually the show that really jump-started Johnny Depp's career. I mean, before this, he of course had Nightmare Before Nightmare on Elm Street and all. But this was really the thing that really jump-started him. And in it, he plays this a young guy who's this cop rookie who ends up going to school, going back to school to trace narcotics and stuff, and trace crimes in his inner school system and all. And it's the original 21 Jump Street is a classic. Now you also had Holly Robinson Pete was also in this, Stephen Williams, Shao Jenko. You also had a few interesting guest stars, like Brad Pitt appeared on 21 Jump Street one time. I think Jeremy Piven appeared on it as well. I can't remember. Can't remember everyone who appeared on 21 Jump Street. But it was actually unlike the 21 Jump Street movie. This was actually more of a drama than the straight comedy of 21 Jump Street. But Johnny Depp, he was great in this, and I'll be down to see Johnny Depp come back to TV again. I mean, it's been a while since he's done a TV show, but 21 Jump Street is the original. The TV version is really great. It could get funny at times. It could get serious and all, but at the end of the day, it's a pretty decent show. All right, coming in at number 8. Now, this is actually more of a recent one, but it's actually pretty good. My number 8 is the recent ABC show, The Rookie. Now, this stars Nathan Fillion, who's no stranger for cop dramas because of Casa, which I don't have Casa on my list, just so you know. But it's actually my honorable mention list. Casa's a pretty good show, but The Rookie is also great. Nathan Fillion, I mean, he plays this small town guy named John Dolan, who decides to become a LAPD officer, and He also has like a midlife crisis. He has like family issues between his between his like wife and his son and all. And he also ends up like being in a police academy, and then he automatically becomes a cop, and he pretty much becomes the rookie. And the rookie, I really get kicked out of. I think it's a really clever show. It gets dramatic when it wants to get dramatic. It gets funny when it wants to be funny. You also had people like F. Ton Williamson, who's of course not in season 2. For I'm not going to go into any details, but anyway, you also got Richard T. Jones, who plays like the captain here. Elisa Diaz is really great. You also have a few guest appearances who appeared on this, like Joe McHale appeared on The Rookie not so long ago. The Rookie is a pretty decent, clever show, and if you haven't seen The Rookie, give it a go. I think you'll get a kick out of it. And hopefully season 3 will be announced, because it's a really decent show. Alright. Coming in at number 7, it is Blue Bloods. Now, I don't really watch tons of Blue Bloods, but I do watch episodes whenever I get a chance to. And Blue Bloods is a pretty decent show. I mean, you got Donnie Wahlberg is in this, Tom Selleck, you got Bobby Monahan, you also got the always great Len Caro is in this, Amy Carson, Sammy Gallo is in this. I mean, it's a really decent show, and it has some really cool crime episodes that happens throughout the whole series. Of course, you got Tom Selleck as a police commissioner, and of course the portrait of the Reagan clan. You also got of course Donnie Wahlberg actually plays his like eldest son, who's also a cop. And probably some of the best moments is definitely the dinner scenes. Like they always have, Blue Bloods always has a habit of having so many dinner scenes in this. But anyway, and Tom, like it's pretty cool to see Tom Selleck back in a you know a crime show, because of course he was Magnum PI and all. But yeah, and always cool to see Tom Selleck still scoring a mustache. I mean, who doesn't love Tom Selleck with a mustache? Yeah, Blue. And fun fact, I actually got to meet Donnie Wahlberg on the set of Blue Bloods, because they actually shot like there was like an episode of Blue Bloods that was shot like right down the block from me, and I ended up seeing the filming, and I actually got to meet Donnie Wahlberg in person. I mean, cool dude, by the way. I mean, I quite like Donnie Wahlberg. Anyway, yeah, this is a pretty decent show and all. I mean, it's a show about family, a show about police work, and all. I mean, if you guys haven't seen Blue Bloods, it's still premiering. Like it's been premiering since I believe it first premiered in 2006 or 7. So it's been premiering for a long time. Anyway, all right, coming in at number 6. It's more of a comedic show, but I really get a kick out of it, and that is Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Now, Brooklyn Nine-Nine is great. I mean, you got Andy Samberg as this new police guy. There's a cop named Jake Peralta, and you got you got Andre Brower as Ray as the commissioner, Ray Holter. You also got other people like other characters. You got Gina. You've got Rosa Diaz. You got Hitchcock and Scully. You also, like some of the actors in this are great. Like you also got like a few people in this. You got Andy Samberg, obviously. You got the aforementioned Andre Brower, Dirk Blocker, Joe McKinnon Miller, Chelsea Peretti, Stephanie Beatrice. You, I mean, of course they had the wedding episode between Jake and Amy, which I thought was really terrific to watch. This also gets like very comedic. It gets a little dramatic at sometimes, like with one of the Terry Crews episodes, and also has some of the best guest appearances. See, like Craig Robinson guest star on this. Jamie Lee Curtis actually guest starred on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Adam Sandler. Who else guest starred? I believe Rob. No, not Rob. No, not Rob Reiner. That was I'm trying to remember who. Oh, Eric Roberts once guest starred on this. I mean, it has a pretty interesting guest appearance. And Brooklyn Nine-Nine did once got canceled from Fox, but NBC thankfully picked it up, and I'm happy that NBC picked it up because it's a really funny show. All right, coming in at number 5 is NYPD Blue. Now, this is another show that they were supposed to revive, but it never really went to series. I mean, NYPD Blue is great. You got the always great Dennis Franz as the detective and the Spitzerwick. You also got, of course, about the day-to-day lives of cops in the New York's 15th precinct. And I think some of the best cop shows are pretty much shot in New York City. I mean, yeah, there's lots of crazy stuff that goes here. So yeah, and you also got Jimmy Smith is in this. You even had Henry Simons, Sharon Lawrence. I mean, it didn't really last as long, as much as Law and Order or any of the other cop shows did. But it was still a pretty clever show. I mean, it felt very Law and Order-ish at times. But it had some really interesting characters, great storylines throughout each episode. And Dennis Franz, who doesn't really do anything anymore. I kind of wish Dennis Franz makes some sort of comeback, whether it's to TV or whatever. Because I quite like Dennis Franz and all. But yeah, NYPD Blue was a really great show. If you guys ever seen it, give it a go. And hopefully we'll see a revival in the future. But all right, coming in at number 4, it's Chips. Now this is part comedy, part drama at times, and you got patrol motorcycle officers John Baker and Frank Pocherero, who pretty much cruise the freeways of LA to solve crimes and help people in trouble. And you of course had Larry Wilcox and Eric Estrada play the two leads in this. Those two play off each other great. And they also did a big screen remake with Dax Shepard and Micah Pena, which got a lot of hate, but I kind of got a kick out of that Chips remake. But the original TV show Chips it's a classic iconic theme music, great on-screen chemistry between the two leads. I mean, yeah, if you guys ever watched the original TV show Chips, give it a go. I mean, they don't really go in a police car. They mainly drive motorcycles, which I guess is pretty cool. I mean, sometimes motorcycles could be better than police cars, But anyway, right. Coming in at number 3. Now, this is another TV show that got a movie made, and that is the classic Starsky and Hutch. Now, Starsky and Hutch was such a great one. I mean, you got Streetwise detective David Starsky, who ends up teaming up with this partner named Kenneth Hutchison to solve crimes and all that. You got Antonio Vargas, or I should say Vargas, as Huggy Bear, who of course was played by Snoop Dogg in the movie version. Not to mention Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson played the two lead roles in the film version. And I quite got a kick out of the TV one. I mean, I was very late to the party when it came to the TV version, because I actually didn't really watch the TV version until after I saw the movie version, because I wanted to compare the two. Now, it might be unpopular, but I probably prefer the movie version over the TV version. But the TV show Starsky and Hutch, it's still a pretty good one. And it was pretty also cool to see the original actors, David So and Paul Michael Glazer, appearing together in the film reboot. But in the show, they both really play off each other well, and they had some really funny one-liners here. It was part drama, part comedy, and it was a pretty good one. If you guys never watched the the TV version of Starsky and Hutch, I would say give it a go. I think you'll probably enjoy it. Now, there was talks about I think it was supposed to be Amazon or Netflix or whatever, was supposed to do a TV reboot with James Gunn responsible, but that never really came to be. All right. Now, coming in at number two is obviously the Law and Order franchise. Now, there's loads of Law and Order stuff. There's the original. There's SVU, Criminal Intent. There's even Law and Order UK. For my UK subscribers, you guys probably I've seen the Law and Order UK one a couple of times because they premiere on BBC. I quite like the Law and Order UK. That's a pretty good one. But or the like Law and Order is still going strong. I mean, the show first premiered in the '80s, and now it's still going heavily. I mean, with some, all the Law and Order also has some of the best guest appearances. Like, even Robert Williams had a guest appearance. Julia Roberts. Lots of stars you see today had a guest appearance on Law and Order, which is pretty cool there. And not to mention, you also had the late Jerry Orbach, who, by the way, I really miss. I mean, he really made the original Law and Order work perfectly, and with his like humor and all, and his chemistry with Jesse L. Martin. I mean, right now Jesse L. Martin is of course on The Flash, but I say right now, if Jerry Orbach was alive, I guarantee you he'll guest star with Jesse L. Martin on The Flash. I really bet you Jerry Orbach will appear on The Flash with Jesse L. Martin. That would be a cool reunion. But a few other like main stars who appeared on Law and Order, like you got Anthony Anderson, Benjamin Bratt, Mariska Hargitay, Ice-T, Diane Weiss, Paul Sorvino, Micah Imperioli, Imperioli, I might say. Chris Maloney, not to mention Mariska Hargitay is in the recent ones now. Yeah, I mean they have some good episodes and they have some not so great episodes. Like, granted, I haven't watched every single Law and Order episodes, but when I do, it's a pretty decent quality crime shows, and like I quite get a kick out of all the arrests that happens. I mean, yeah, this is a really decent. These have been really decent, clever shows for the past numerous decades, and I mean, I really don't ever think Law and Order has any plans in slowing down anytime soon. Like, Law and Order will be around for like years. Like, man, right? All right, now what cop show is better than Law and Order? And what cop show is better than Blue Bloods and all? My favorite cop show of all time. It's a reality show, and that's the classic TV show, Cops. Now, speaking of shows that's been around for decades, Cops has been loads around. I mean, it first premiered in the '80s, and it's still going strong. Like, not so long ago, it got canceled from Fox, and now Paramount Network ended up taking. I mean, I love Cops because it's it's a very different cop show. Like, it's pretty much shows like everyday lives of what cops go through and all that, and it's much reality more than Law and Order is. And I mean, it's always cool seeing. I'm not good. This may sound messed up to say, but it's always cool seeing like real people getting arrested and all. I mean, Cops really shows of how crazy like Cops is a the show Cops is a reason why I probably won't want to be a cop. I mean, Cops goes through some crazy stuff, and yeah, I mean, the show Cops takes place like a couple of episodes will take place in each state and city and all. Like, there's not really many episodes that was shot in New York City, but there was a couple that actually got shot in like Vegas, Mardi Gras, and loads of others. I mean, if you guys never seen the TV show Cops, do yourself a favor, watch it. To me, it's the best found footage TV show there is too. I mean, it's literally a very different cop show, and it's such a great one. Definitely go check out Cops if you guys never seen it. But that's pretty much it. Oh, not to mention it has the real quick. Not to mention Cops also has the Bad Boys theme song. So, what not to like about that one either. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me do the quick rundown. 10, Cagney and Lacey. 9. 21 Jump Street. 8. The Rookie. 7. Blue Bloods. 6. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. 5. NYPD Blue. 4. Chips. 3. Starsky and Hutch. 2. Law and Order. 1. Cops. Now, those are the other ones I probably could have added. Let's see. True Detective's a good one. Hawaii Five-0. Luther with Idris Elba. Chicago PD. There's Fargo, Southland, Hill Street Blues, The Wire, The Shield, Castle, Columbo, Rookie Blue, the TV version of Lethal Weapon. Let's see. Miami Vice is a great one. Homicide, Life on the Street. Dexter, Ironside, Monk. Psych is a good one. There's some really interesting cop shows around. But let me leave to you guys. What are some of your favorite cop TV shows of all time? Drop a comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Team Movie signing off.